Hello and congratulations on buying the best auto buyer in the market. My name is CrazyRichGamer and I will take you to all the major functions of this fantastic piece of software. I personally invested a lot of money and resources into this software. I hired one of the best software companies to develop this for me. It took us months and I'm extremely pleased with the product. I'm sure you'll be pleased as well. And this is the first video tutorial. That is, you can see that once you enter your license and registration, once the CRG'S AutoBidder launches, this is what you will see. As you can see, it looks very sexy. It's a professional software. But before we get into the details of the software itself, I'd like to take you through the installation process very quickly. So this is an installation tutorial. When you download, after purchasing the CRG'S AutoBuyer, you will get this file. It's a zipped file. You'll need to download something called WinRAR to unzip it. You can download it for free from the internet. Details are in the quick start manual that you've already got when you bought the AutoBuyer. So once you have this file here and you've downloaded and installed WinRAR, right click on it and say extract here, and then obviously you need to enter the password, which will also be sent to you, and then that's it, you got the file here. And very important, now you need to click the setup button. Do not click any of the other buttons because it may screw up your installation. Hit the setup button, and if you don't have some Microsoft .NET application installed, it'll ask you for permission for installing it. Just install it, everything is safe, and then you will get this and hit install and everything should work. It's as simple as that. And then obviously the program will ask you for a license, which will also be emailed to you, and you're good to go. These are the main side tabs that you will see here, which is the items, the progress, the settings, and the active inventory. I will go through each of them through the video tutorials. So first, when you launch, you will see this section. The top section here is where you filter for your various players and items. You can have any item from FIFA Ultimate Team, players, balls, contracts, anything you want, fitness, managers, stadiums, etc. So let's start with the players. But before you start anything, the first thing you have to do is go to the settings and enter all your data here of your EA Origin account. Now remember that your account is totally safe because the AutoBuyer does not store any of this information. It only stores your email. Your password and secret answer is not stored. So every time you start the AutoBuyer, you have to re-enter the password and secret answer. So once you enter your password, secret answer, choose which platform you want to use. You have everything: PS3, Xbox, PC, PS4, Xbox One. Coin spend limit. It's a very important setting. This puts a limit on the coins the AutoBuyer will spend. For example, here I've put 20,000. So say you start with 30,000 coins. Once the AutoBuyer has spent 10,000 coins, so once it reaches their benchmark of 20,000 coins, it will not spend any more coins. It'll state that your coin limit has been reached. Very important. Trading duration. This will tell the AutoBuyer how long you want it to trade. You can have 1 hour, 3 hours, up to 3 days, no problem. Sleep time. I would recommend leaving this at 200. This is the speed at which the AutoBuyer tracks and buys cards on the EA market. You can make it faster by reducing this number, but then there is a higher risk of EA thinking you're using an AutoBuyer. So recommended to leave it at 200. And the last section here is called only relist and sell. Now, for example, if you bought a lot of items and now you want to take a break from buying, you want to save your coins and you want to focus only on selling, click this, make it yes. In which case the AutoBuyer will stop buying items and it will only keep relisting and selling what you have. And finally, very important, once you've entered all the data, you have to hit the save button. And the first time you hit the save button, the AutoBuyer will restart because it is inserting your email into the licensing. and then you have to enter your password and secret answer, and then you can, you know, run the AutoBuyer and make it work. So let's start at the first thing, items. Before you start the AutoBuyer, I want to show you how to search for players, which is the most important. So if, for example, you want to look for Messi, just enter his day. You don't have to put the entire name. I just put MESS, MESS, and click on the search button. As you can see here, there's all the Messis have come up, and another guy called Mohammed Masoudi. I don't know who he is. Anyway, now you might see in some cases you only get a few cards here, but that's okay. It's just the cards that are stored in the AutoBuyer. You need to update the date. First, you need to select the players you want to look at. In this case, I'll just select a few Messis, and I will update the data here. Once you update the data, all the cards and the information here will be updated according to the current data from the market. And look at this. This is very cool. It's got all information about number of cards in the market, whether it's rare, the nationality, league, club, etc. But most importantly, the chemistry style. You can select any chemistry style you want to filter by, any league you want, in any combination you want. This is fantastic stuff. And also look at this. You can move the things around, like the cheapest buy now price is a very important piece of data. You can just move it to the right in the front here next to the number of cards in the market. It's a very sexy piece of software. So I've just clicked on a few items here, and let's update the data. It might take a while, but it's quite quick now because I've only chosen the first 15 pages. So you can choose the number of auction pages you want the AutoBuyer to search. So if I go for all the pages, it'll be a bit slower. Okay, nothing has changed much. So now you can see here, these are the prices, the cheapest prices, and number of cards in the market for what you've chosen. Again, you can filter here and see what is available and what the cheapest prices are. So this you can do for any player, any item in the market, any item. So it's absolutely fantastic. So this is the beginning of what you need to do. And once you've done that, we can do the auto bidding, buy now, all these options, which I will look at in the next tutorial. Oh, and one last thing. Do not start the AutoBuyer and try to update the data at the same time. It doesn't work. Why? Because the EA web app does not support this multi-threading or whatever my IT specialist calls it. Because once you start it, the web app does not allow you to get more data. So before you start the AutoBuyer, you need to update the data and then decide what to do. So that's the way to do it. Okay, all sounds all well and good in theory. Let's actually test it. So here I have the AutoBuyer here. I'm choosing Messi, position, striker. I moved this around about the position and the chemistry style here. And I want to check the number of cards and the cheapest buy now price to see if it is still correct. So I'm updating the data for all pages, but it'll be quick because, you know, there are not many pages and not many Messis in the market. Okay, so nothing's changed here. It says Messi for striker position, chemistry style basic. There are 2 cards in the market and the cheapest price is 1.4 million. So let's check it. I'm going to enter here Messi and the EA web app. This is a different account that I'm testing the AutoBuyer on. I've got my Chrome, my Explorer, and my AutoBuyer open at the same time. So striker position, basic chemistry style. Let's check. And voila, there are 2 Messis in the market for basic chemistry style striker, and the cheapest position is cheapest price is 1.4 million. There you go. It does work like magic.